when you want to read a novel just because of this title, and before going in that the book is going to be trash. The same thing happened with me for this novel. The title of this novel is "I Can Exploit My Slaves Because of Their High Expectation and Evaluation." Before going on all the reviews, the pros and cons of the novel, let me briefly give you the overview of the novel. So the novel follows our main character that got reincarnated into a fantasy world, and he has a cheat that can help him regenerate any want. So he thought of just buying defective slaves and healing them with this overpowered ability and using them for his purpose. Like, you can understand what I am saying. But the issue is, he's a typical wimpy Japanese low beta MC. And to be clear, I am not talking about real life people here. I am only talking about how most of the main characters are depicted in Japanese light novels. So he's just like that. Like, after buying the slaves and all, he's not able to even meet eyes with them, let alone do anything with them. So this create a misunderstanding where the slaves thinks he's some clever mastermind because of his overpowered activity and all the future knowledge. I don't mean future knowledge, all the technological knowledge he shared, and he's just hiding it. And the main character thinks that slaves are just using him and they can get freed anytime. So he's fearful of them, but he also thinks from his dick. So yeah, that's the whole concept. So if I have to say, the concept was quite good. It could be a book like the Eminence in Shadows, where it is all about the misunderstanding, but it never reaches its potential, like far from it. So before I go further, let's talk about the characters. The main character is like very, very, very unlikable. I don't think anyone can like the character. Very wimpy. He will just cry. He will behave like a child, and I don't think like one thing is straight. It like improves in the middle of the first volume, where it is shown that he's thinking from his brain and he's is some character development, but I don't think it's much. And the side characters are quite good, like because it's this type of novel, everyone is a woman obviously, but at least there are some variety, and everyone has a different personality. More or less they all think the same, but at least the author tried to give some personality to all of them. There's no major world building, and the story just revolves around the character. It's a character focused story first. So, and now let's move to the major con of the whole novel, that is the writing quality and the way the chapters are written or translated. It's like very intolerable. I don't think you can read them if you are not there to goon. Like, if you are there to goon, you have to read this topic and you like the core concept of this novel, and you have to just pass the time. Then you can just read through them. Otherwise, I don't think anyone sane would want to read this novel. But I think even if you want to goon, there are much more better written novels out there, so you can just skip this one. There's no depth. The writing quality is quite poor. It like get better in the later half, but I don't think the change in quality is that good. That it changes, but very less. So that's a major hurdle, as well as the characters very unlikable, and nothing major happens. Like, even if you think that it's a novel that this type, there will be many erotic scenes and all. There is nothing, like very less. The edge is quite less, and there are themes of basic themes of incest and harem, as you can like accept from novel like this. So I can only recommend this novel if you are specifically interested in the book premise, and you have too much free time and you have just like exhausted everything else. Then you can read this. So it's a pass from my end. I would just give a skip. So yeah, this was it from my side. Like, if you like the review and want me to give you some more recommendation and all, just subscribe to the channel, and you can also suggest me some books that I can read. Thank you, and like see you again in the next video.